Hey guys, welcome to the Comic Book Score. Today I'm going to share with you guys how I clean some of my books. This book has been on my list for a while. I picked this up for $3. It's The Flash number 218. And this one here has a little bit of dirt on the white. You see on the back here too, guys. There's some dirt right there. We're going to clean that up. There's a little bit of small creasing here on the cover. I can see some right on the edge here, right around there. There's a crease right there. Try to see this in the light. Can. But yeah, I bought this book for $3 and I thought, you know, what the heck. It's a little dirty. Let me clean it up. This should be an easy one to clean, and after that I'll press it. What I really like about this book, guys, and maybe some of you don't know this has a backup story with Green Lantern and Green Arrow, and the artwork is amazing. The artwork is actually done by Neil Adams. So yeah, he did a couple backup stories in the Flash. So yeah, I'm gonna be cleaning and pressing this book. So I'm just gonna show you a little bit of cleaning, and I won't run it all through this video, the whole process, because it's gonna take a long time. I can probably get this done in about 20 minutes actually, but so right now I'm just using an eraser. Get the white one. I also have a dirt eraser. Here's an example of one that's already picked up some dirt that I've used. You can see how dirty some of these comic books are. And we have a dry cleaner. Okay, looks like that. I also have one of these eraser pens. And we have a couple of white pads. And I have a Swiffer pad too. So I find these pads here helps give the book bring up the color and gives it a nice shine after it's finally cleaned. But yeah, and the other thing I'm missing here, guys, and I better get it, is my glove. So you should use a glove when handling this comic book, because what could happen is if you're holding down the comic book with your left hand, and erasing with your right hand, good possibility that you could probably put a thumb or finger imprint in the book, especially in the color area, especially in dark books, and you don't want that because you'll never get rid of that. So I have just a glove, and I'm just gonna continue hitting the white areas. You know, I'm not too worried about going too hard or, you know, too light, especially on this book. If this was a Silver Age book, I'd go a lot slower. I would just go very careful. I'd probably go at this type of space, like, you know, like just enough pressure, just feel it, right, guys? Because you don't want to, some pages could become really brittle and you could rip them, and you don't want to do that. You have to look for the edges. Look along the edges. If you see any small little tears, be very careful with the eraser, because you could open up that tear and it could go right across the page. You don't want to do that. So this will be an easy one to do, guys. You know, on the edges here. And the other thing too, and I forgot to do this, is it's probably a good idea to put a board on the inside. Okay, so in case you do go over the page, over the edge, you know, you have something like that. Now don't ever go in this way. If you go out, and go slow, guys. When you get to the edges here, go slow, be patient. This is a patient process, okay, guys, if you want your books to come out great. And what I find too with these erasers, they work really well. On this area here where you have the approved by the comic book code, you can go over the eraser just very lightly, guys. It will come off. Just go very lightly. The dirt will come off it, okay? Again, you can also use a dry cleaning pad if you like. So I'm just hitting the areas that are white. You know, I can even hit between the letters. You know, I'm just careful not to, you know, rub off any of the black that's around the letters. You know, so just a small little pass through, right? It's not too dirty up here. But this book, I think, can come out to, I don't know, maybe a very fine. There is a couple little small 1 or 2 little color breaks along the edges here, but I think overall this is going to be a pretty good book that I picked up for $3. I do have a copy of this in my collection, and I think it's in worse shape than this one. And I think after when I'm done with this one, I'm probably going to keep this one and probably get rid of the one I have in my collection. Maybe I'll press that one too and clean it, and maybe put it on my eBay store. So I do have an eBay store, guys. If you're interested, take a look. It's called the Comic Book Score. That's Comic Book Score. That score is SCORE. Okay. The Comic Book Score. Okay. I'm posting a couple books on there. I'm trying to decrease my collection a little bit. I'm always adding to my collection, but I'm starting to get rid of a couple doubles and triples, books that I no longer need. So yeah, so this is coming out really good on the front cover here, guys. I'm already seeing a bit of an improvement. You know, don't be scared to turn the book around a little bit. You know, you're not going to get everything out. I'm going to use the pen for this because there's this little mark here that I think I might be able to get it out with this, and just being careful. I don't want to rub too hard, and maybe not. It looks like it's just a some kind of print mark. Sometimes it's hard to tell if it's a print mark or if it's just a line that was just a stain or something like that. Anyway, it looks like it's whatever it is. It's part of the print. So I'm almost done with the white on this side here, guys. I'll get the top up here. And very softly over the letters here on the top here. Again, I will not rub anything off. You go very light and just be patient, guys. Okay, so now what I'm ready to do, so I hit all the white area. Okay, I'm going to try to clean up the area, the whole area now with this dry cleaning pad. Dry cleaning pad is a little messy, I find, but I just want to get the areas that I can't, and I'm just going to use like a bit of a circular motion, okay? And this will get areas that I might have missed a bit over the letters. It ain't going to erase any of this stuff off. Over the characters, over the yellow. I can probably hit the yellow with the eraser if I want to, but I'm not going to do it in this case. So that's the thing, guys. One thing you got to be careful. You have to know about this pad is that it leaves a lot of the eraser stuff that comes out of the pad on the page. So you want to make sure that you clean it, and make sure you don't have any of this stuff on the book when it goes into the press, right? Okay, so I'm just like I'm doing this again, guys. I'm doing this pretty quick. I'm not, usually I spend a little more time than this, but I'm just showing you. This book is not as bad as I thought it was. A lot of the dirt came off. So now we're just gonna clean this up a little bit. Don't know if I can get this all done in 20 minutes, but we will try. So I have a little garbage can here that I'm just gonna dump some of this stuff into, and I don't want it to spread all over the table here, but I'm going to just dump it into this pan I have right here over the edge of my table, and just using the Swiffer pad to just clean it off. Okay, this is what I call, guys, 20-minute cleaning job. Okay, I've done them even quicker than this. Okay, so but this is the way this is how I do it, guys. It's pretty simple. You got to be careful, that's all. Practice on some crappy books you might have that you don't care about. You know, same thing with the press. You'll figure out exactly how much pressure to use on the press. Again, practice on some crappy books that you don't care about. And hey, if they turn out great, awesome, sell them. So anyway, I'm just wiping this down now with a Swiffer just to get rid of any of the dry cleaning stuff. Okay, and one spot I didn't hit the edge here on this spine. There's a white border there, so I'm going to just try to clean that up a little bit there. And yeah, I'm going to use this eraser because I think I can get that without I find this is a lot quicker. Again, you're good at erasing and you're patient and you use the right pressure, you should be okay, guys. Okay, that's good. That was pretty quick. So I'll do another little check, make sure there's nothing else that I might have missed. Everything looks good on the cover now. Now we're going to do the back, guys. So the back should be pretty easy, just a lot more work. So I'm going to clean some of these marks that are here. Again, I'm going to use the eraser, and I put one of these stock boards in the back here. All right, and I usually like doing it this way. Okay, so here's some of the dirt I'm going to knock off. Again, not too much pressure, just enough. You can feel it in your hand how much pressure you should be applying. Again, I'm going to the edges, I'm going out, not in. Okay, guys, so you don't tear anything. Okay, if you go, if you go this way, you always have a chance. Even sometimes going up, if you hook a little cut, you're gonna rip that page. So try to go out, and I always like looking to see if there's any rips. If there isn't, you can go ahead and try to go up and down. Just make sure the pages are perfectly flush to the cardstock. Okay. So some guys don't really share the whole process. I don't care, guys. This could be a 20-minute video showing you how I clean my books. This is how I do it. Works for me. There's no one way, guys. Everybody has their way of cleaning books. Some guys might use different type of erasers, different kind of stuff. I'm not going to go into things like removing stains. I've removed one stain in one book. If you go to my Instagram, you might find me under the Comic Book Score or under Bento Aguiar. That's BENTO_AGUIAR. I've shared a before and after of a coffee stain I removed, and it actually came out really good. Those are long processes, guys. It took me probably about 45 minutes of using an iron, some peroxide with water, and I was able to remove a coffee stain off a book. And unless it's I don't know if I would do that on a Silver Age or Golden Age book that's worth a lot of money. Maybe I'd hire somebody to do that. I just don't want to risk it. And sometimes, better having the stain on there than wrecking the whole book and ripping it or something happens to it. So yeah, it's starting to get better back here, guys. Seeing some of the, you guys saw that dirt over here. See how that's coming out. Now all these little marks you see here, these small little creases, this is all going to come out when I put it on the press. That's how the cover looks too, guys. I don't know if you saw that on the cover. It looks, there's a lot of that little small little creasing, but yeah, I'm going to be removing all that creasing with the press. I don't think I'll put this in the humidor. I think I'm just going to do a dry press instead of a wet press. The humidor does help make the pages lazy, and you know, I've done it with some of my books. I find I get a really good press out of that when I do that, but I'm not gonna go through a whole half a day, keep it in the humidor, and let the pages get a little moist and then press this book. It's not, you know, this is not, it's not a $5,000 book here, guys. You know, I've done it with some of my Silver Age books. I'm probably going to do that with my Hulk 181 when I break it out of the CGC case I have. I have a 7.0. I'll probably show you guys that one. That's one that I got to be very careful, take my time. There might be some cleaning that's going to have to be required on it. I'm not sure. I graded that one like before I even knew how to clean and press. I am thinking that 7.0 of the Hulk 181, I can probably get an 8, maybe an 8.5. Again, I got that one graded probably about maybe, who knows, maybe 14 years ago, maybe 15 years ago. Paid nothing for it. So yeah, so this one's almost, back cover's almost done, guys. And then we'll do a little bit of a polish job on this book. And I think this book's gonna come out pretty nice. Really like this series, guys. The one with the backup stories with artwork done by Neal Adams. I think he's done maybe 3 issues with backup stories on this Flash series. You know, just look it up. You can see how many books he did, but it's a really good series, guys. Underappreciated. Great Neal Adams artwork. Again, I'm going over these letters here, guys. So look, I'm not erasing any of this. I'm going very light just to get some of the dirt off, you know. So I'm not even taking color off it. Again, it's just, you got to go very light over some of these small little letters on the back cover. You can do it. Just don't press hard. Very light. Very light. It'll work, guys. You just got to be patient, okay? And I'll show you what else I do to take care of some of that dirt. So I'm just getting the edge here. Again, you got to wash the corners. Always make sure you go out. Okay, guys? Out. Don't go in. You'll rip that edge. You'll fold the paper. You don't want to do that. Okay? So I think we are pretty good on the back cover. Much improvement. I'm just going to do this really quick. Just show you something, guys. I'm not going to use the dry on this right now. I'll even go over the car a little bit, okay, because there's some white over here in the back. All right, I just go over here, some white there, just go over the bit, just very light, guys. I'm going very light, okay. And now what I'm going to do is I'll clean up some of this eraser off the page. Okay, so that's all nice and clean. Okay. So our dirt's gone here, guys. And those dirt here, all gone, okay? This has a nice little shine to it. And I'm just gonna pass this, okay? So I'm just gonna use this part here that's a little cleaner. Just gonna fold it, right? And again, you gotta be careful. Even with this, you gotta be careful. So I'm just gonna, this also gives it a little bit of a polish too, but it also wipes off any extra dirt I might have missed. I find this works good. It's one of my processes that I like to use. Again, you gotta be careful. The pages don't fold. Try to keep this hand pushing the page out so it doesn't, you know, fold up. And so you gotta be careful. This one too, again, you wanna take some time and pressure. I might be going a little bit faster just to show you how this is done. But it's actually, I'm pretty happy with the cleaning on this book right now. So, you know, I'm getting the color areas, you know, in case, you know, because I don't want to rub off any color with the other eraser. And this helps too. This does work, guys. This will remove the dirt on colored areas, okay, without removing any color. At least that's my experience. Okay, as you can see, it's looking pretty nice. I'm going down the side of the spine, putting a little bit of pressure on the white. This is also removing any extra eraser filings. Okay, so okay, I think that's pretty good. And let me do the front cover for you guys. So the front cover, again, I'm going to flip the book, and I'm going to put cardstock in the cover. And there we go. Okay, so I'm going to use this eraser. Not eraser, but yeah, it's a dirt eraser, but we're going to use this on here. And this will help clean some of the dirt off the colored areas. Okay. Get the flash, a little bit of small little color break on the flash on this arm there, but like looks like a little dent in the page there, but I think I'll be able to press that out. But there's a bit of a color break there, small one, but that's okay. That's why this is going to be probably a very fine. There's also a color break here just on the guy's suitcase. And that's a part there. There's a small little crease there. Okay. And there's the color break just under his arm right there. You can see a little dent here. But you can see some of the dents on this cover, guys. Like I said, I'm going to get rid of all this, and I'll show you the finished product after, okay? So I'm just going to continue with this. And just get over the color area a little bit in case I missed any dirt, because I don't like using the eraser always on the colored areas, because it could remove some of the color. Okay, and I'm going to get the title. So, all right. Okay, guys, I think that's about it. Like this book's actually looking pretty good right now, and pretty happy with it. I'm not gonna spend too much time on this, but it looks good. Okay, so now that's done. So what I'm gonna do now, guys, I'm gonna use these small pads. Okay, you can buy these at the dollar store. Okay, these are like facial pads, right? And what I do is I like using sometimes circular motions. And what this does is this helps bring the shine of the paper out. Again, be very careful when you get to the edges, okay? You want to go out and take your time. Oh, again, see what happened there, guys? You got to be careful. Again, I'm rushing, and you don't want to rush, okay? So nothing happened there. You know, lucky, but again, keep your hands out so the paper doesn't fold back, okay? Just take your time, okay? So this is how I would do it. I'd be doing like this, guys, just taking my time, you know, putting pressure out so the paper doesn't fold, okay? I'll have my hand here, big mistake, because when you go back, it might pull the paper back, just like you saw there. Great example, okay? Again, if this was like a very expensive book, I'd be taking my time. Again, you know, we're 23 minutes into cleaning this book, and I'll have this done in another 5 more minutes. So, and you saw the whole process, how I do a book. And like I said, it takes me roughly about 20 to 30 minutes just to do a book that, you know, that has some dirt like this, without damaging anything. So again, just be careful, take your time, right? Keep your other hand on the book. Try to keep the pages tight so they don't fold. And I'm just, you know, not too hard, guys. The shine will come. You'll see it. And you know, let's shine up this color area so it really pops up. Now this will help also remove some extra dirt that might have been missed. But I'm gonna keep the pages tight here, so I do the edges. polishing those areas that I just, you know, it's like cleaning a car, guys. It's like you wash your car, dry it, then you wax it, okay? So let's call this a waxing process, okay? You're just doing this little polishing job without any chemicals on here, and you're just trying to bring up the color a little more, the shine on the paper, you know, and it'll look really good when you're done. You know, so I don't know if you can see some of that shine coming in. All right, guys, see how nice it looks? Got a nice shine coming in, guys. And then when you get a press on this, and you can see more of the creasing now in this light, see that? All this stuff's gonna come out, guys. This book's gonna look amazing when I'm done with it. So I think the front cover is pretty much almost done. And down here, there are a couple little small little tear there, a little chip there. So I'm gonna just go outwards so it doesn't, so we have no ripping or anything like that, okay? All right, guys, I think this book's good. I'm not gonna spend too much time here, and I almost had to fold up there again too, guys, again, because I'm rushing now, but that's good. Okay, we're gonna go on the back page now. Back page should be pretty quick, guys. It's not that hard. So I'm just gonna give it a quick on the black. And I can tell there's not too much dirt coming out, right? Maybe a little bit. See there, guys? A little bit of dirt coming out. All right, I'm gonna flip it around. You get, when you do this, guys, you might get a little bit of color. Nothing to worry about unless you start seeing some major color fading on the cover. Then I would really probably slow down. Don't put too much pressure. Just take your sweet time, like, you know, very light, like this, for example. I'm just doing very light, just to, you know. But this book here at the back, it's white. I'm not worried about putting pressure on the white area. When you get to the other colored areas, you change your pressure, okay? Like around here, you just change your pressure. Don't go as hard as you were on the white areas. Again, I'm doing a bit of a circular motion, small little circles, you know, bigger circles as I go towards the, you know, where the front of the car is here. Okay, right? And, you know, the white area, again, I put more pressure in the white area, polish it up. You know, this area is fine too. You can put a bit more pressure where the writing is, okay? That might also take some extra dirt off. Go along the edges here. Okay, and I'm just gonna run down the side here really quick, and I think we're done. Okay, again, I'm putting pressure on this edge so the paper doesn't fold. Okay, there you go, guys. So that's what a clean book looks like. Okay, so that's the cleaning process, guys. So this book is clean. This is how I do it. This thing's going to go into the press after I'm finishing pressing one book, and I will share the final finish when it's all pressed. Have a great day. Hope you enjoyed my video. Please subscribe and check out my eBay store at The Comic Book Score. And send me a comment. Let me know what you think. If you have any questions, if you want to see how the humidor works, I can show you that too. I have some of that on my Instagram, so you can always take a look at that. Besides that, have a great day. Hey guys, okay, so here's the press, and that flash book is now ready for pressing. So what we're going to do here is just going to show you, this is the press that I prefer to use. It doesn't have to twist the arm or anything like that. There's a pressure knob over here. I usually adjust the pressure. It's pretty much set at for a normal comic book. If you're dealing with things like giant size and all that, you have to adjust that pressure. Okay, you don't want to flatten the book too much and make it look like a pancake. The temperature, I've been playing around with temperatures, and I find around 174 works. I put it in for about 45 seconds. I used to do 20 seconds, 30 seconds. There's not much of a difference, guys. And I'm going to leave it in here probably because, I'm actually going to go to the gym. So by the time I come back, this book will be pretty good. I find I get a really good press if you leave it in here for about a good 8 hours. I've had books here overnight, especially Silver Age stuff, and I find out they come out really good, leaving it for about 12 hours. Okay. Especially when you have it in the humidor. When I have it in the humidor, I leave it in here for pretty much a full day. Like right now it's I think about 10 o'clock, or actually no, 9:30, and I would probably leave it in here for about I don't know, maybe 12 hours or so, and check it around 9 o'clock at nighttime. Okay, so that's what I do with Silver Age. Silver Age, you're about 12 hours, 13 hours. That's what I like to do. Okay, everybody's different, guys. I've heard some people leave books in here. I've actually used modern age books in here and left them in here for 30 minutes, even an hour, and actually they come out pretty good. So it's really up to you. There's no 100% right way of doing it. So you have to experiment. It's all about experimenting, guys, and whatever. If you like the results while you're do some experiments, hey, great. Something. Share your experiences with everyone. Okay. So I'm keeping it at 174. On this one here, there's a soft pad that comes with this press. What I have here is I do have a stainless steel sheet of metal, and I have thermal paper. Okay, it doesn't matter what color it is, it's a white one. And I have a cardstock, okay, which I like laying on top of the thermal paper. You don't want to put the book right on the thermal paper because you risk the chance of getting some of the imprint of the thermal paper on the book. Okay, so we got the cardstock here. We have our book. Okay, I'm going to open up to the middle page, guys. This is how I do it, and I'm going to be putting the cardstock right in the middle, right where the staples are. Okay, close her up, open the front page, put it right there up against the staples. Okay, make sure it's not loose. If you keep it loose, you'll have the cardstock even an imprint on the front page. Okay, same thing with the back, guys. Put it right in the back. Make sure it's right up against the staples where the page meets the page, the back cover and the rear cover, or the front cover. Okay, so just make sure it's perfectly in there. Okay, shouldn't be loose, just sitting in there. Okay, guys. Okay, so now we're going to lay the book. Make sure you don't burn yourself on the top because I have this on right now. Okay, just set it in there. You get another cardstock. Okay, make sure it's a clean one, right? You don't want to keep. Eventually, you want to change these after a while, guys, because you'll find you might get some kind of imprinting, and you don't want to have that transfer onto anything. Okay, so I'm gonna grab this now. I'm gonna put it over the book. Okay, and I have a big thermal paper right here. Okay, so our thermal sheet, and we're gonna lay that like that. And I'm ready to press this baby. And so, carefully. And it locks, okay? So we're doing the countdown right now, guys. It's gonna count down. It's gonna beep when it hits 0, and you just switch it off, okay? So this is the pressing process. When I'm done, I'll open this up and I'll show you the finished product, and let me know what you think. Leave some comments, And don't forget, visit my eBay store at the Comic Book Score. Okay? This is Bento Aguiar. Have a great day.